golden wattle.
All right.
I've
Sure.
got a little bit of a conclusion, I think.
Okay. What did your what are
Oh, you had rooms, didn't you? Why don't we just go upstairs
Yes.
now?
Yeah. We got room.
All right. Yeah. So we'll grab Vince.
Okay.
No problem. They come and collect you, Vince. You feel relieved.
Okay.
No
All right,
problem.
So we'll head up to the private rooms.
The bodyguards, after first they stop you, then they go in, they check the room, then they all come out, they loiter in the hallway, you guys go in the room, and they close the door for you.
All right.
Okay. So a big blah fest, I assume. We tell each other everything.
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know, some of our colleagues can possibly change their appearance to radical states.
Yes.
Perhaps, and I think you even have some of that talent, correct?
I can turn blue.
Yeah. So
Watch. I hold my breath.
I wait. Still red.
Give me an endurance roll to see if you can turn yourself blue by holding your breath. I'm very curious.
At half.
Holy shit, he turns blue and then passes out and breathes for a while.
Now I finished the job. You killed an amorite.
He just goes, Sway, go over, pick up a pillow. Yeah, you held your breath.
Do I hear any of that, or am I soundly unconscious?
Oh yeah, eventually, unless Sway smothers you to death with a pillow, which...
No, I just peer out the window.
All right, eventually you come around. Nobody has done anything, but you're just laying on the floor because you held your breath until you fucking passed out. And yeah, you made it simpler.
Pretty cool, huh? Nice trick.
Yeah. So my thought is, what if somebody like McKay or that other guy turned themselves and rampaged through there, just snatched and ran with the shield?
McKay has a chaos demon form, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look this up. Logos demon, yeah, he can turn into a Logos demon, and that may well be what attacked. It might have been someone.
This is fun. We're solving the mission of our colleagues. Awesome.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Yeah, so it might have been a Logos demon. I'm interested in the haberdasher. I don't know what the pretext is, but I'd like to talk to the haberdasher. But we can do that on at some other point. It's probably closed by now.
No, I kind of peek in. If you head into that haberdasher back door at 10 p.m. and say court the lady, they will let you in.
Yeah, I don't really have enough money for a high-stakes poker game. I was kind of bluffing.
No, like I said, I feel like we're just chasing our colleagues' tails.
Well, me. You think they've already done this? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Could be, but I will post this information to the inner realm.
Yeah, it'd have been nice if they would have, right?
Yeah, well, I don't read that so much, but yeah.
So in other words, it may already be there, and nobody knows.
Yes.
No.
It may already be there. I don't have time to pour through.
It turns out because there's a possibility they missed something that we might discover. So
exactly. So we've got a lead on the body. We got a lead on the bodies. We've got a lead on the shield. And I guess the next step is to question the haberdasher. I need to pick up some fashion stuff anyway for the seamstress over at the.
May I just say, you're doing an excellent job at taking this by the horns and leading us on to victory.
You son of a bitch.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I know. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not doing well today.
No, I thought you were. You're doing very well.
Sure I am, man.
No, I'm not even being mean.
Oh, okay. All right.
Fine.
All right. All right. All
No,
right.
I'm not even trying to be a smartass.
I thought you were being a smartass. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm being very successful at all. But
I liked Vince
Yeah,
wandering
so-
outside and then being escorted back in eventually. That was my favorite.
Looking for the wax fruit.
I ate an apple today.
But now I have to tell you this. As easy of a trail as they're actually leaving, why is it no surprise? How come everybody's always like, how did they find out what we did? Why is everything failing us? These other doors leave such a blazing trail of nonsense.
well, yes, we do. Yes, we do. And you're saying we should be more discreet, possibly.
Yeah, that would have been a good start a couple years ago, but yeah, I guess now's a good time to start.
Better late than never.
You haven't met Alan Skinley yet, have you?
Yes, I have.
Oh, there's your blazing trail.
All he did was throw boulders.
Oh, son of a bitch was feeding on the dead at one point. He was, yeah. The dog statue, he got one of those too, and he actually did what was on the what was inscribed on the statue. But that's another story. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna check out the haberdasher. You guys want to wait here, or shall I just go? Shall we come with me?
I'm going to help out in a second here. I'm sorry, one moment here. Let me just kind of catch up to something here. All right. Boom. There we go.
Oh, nice. Get that prestidigitation. Prestidigitation isn't on that?
No, it's all right.
Son of a bitch.
There's plenty of good shit on there, though.
Yeah. There is, and it looks like it's dual thief training more than pickpocket training.
Okay, thank you. All right. So, yeah, why don't I heard it's really a big money game, though. I don't think we could generate enough jingle to get in the door.
Yeah, I just want to talk to him about fashion and get the thing, and then maybe inspect the grounds. I mean, this thing went through a wall. I assume it was an exterior wall.
All right. So I'll poke around the outside of the building, keep an eye out. I'm sure they're going to have some heightened security at this point.
Right.
And I'll just see who's observing you, and we'll send Vincent in with you here because I think he's safer inside than outside.
Smart. I'll keep an eye out as well. All right. So
Poor Vincent. This is what happens when you're confused or tired. Yes.
yes,
Or both.
Yes.
it's okay. I'm confused and tired too, man.
No problem. First, I'll do the general description of the outside. You and your bodyguard, Ralph, go on a little wander on the outside. The closest building to the haberdasher is the public bathhouse. Both of the buildings are about 3 stories high. The bathhouse itself doesn't. You're going to guess because water's a real bitch to get upstairs and stuff. It's probably got one of the big roofs and stuff. The haberdasher place, it has really small windows up around the top, like contort your ass through type windows. You're not sure if it's another, because big high ceilings are kind of a fashion for the rich, even though it makes it a bitch to heat. But
Yeah.
But
no kidding.
There's the front part, the haberdasher place is on one end. On the other end is it looks like 6 rough and tumble type, you're guessing thugs made good, that are hanging out. Keeping it, they don't seem to be giving a shit about anybody unless somebody gets to within a couple of meters of them. They are not great guards, but if somebody rolls up to them, your guess is that at that point they're going to pay more attention. There's also a door that has like the ubiquitous metal sliding plate so you can get the angry eyes glaring out and stuff and demanding to know things. Then on one of the other sides, it looks like there's a jagged hole that's been kind of patched over, and it's got a couple more thugs that are hanging out outside of that who look like they're keeping much more of an eye. They look a bit nervous. That's pretty much the outside of the building. Oh, and there's sombreros that are currently, people are working on cleaning them off of the roofs and stuff like that. But as far as like the distance between the bathhouse and the everything, looks like it'd be a difficult jump if you wanted to, yeah, and then you just hope that the roof is actually built solidly.
Gotcha.
So
So the bathhouse is a dangerous jump away from the haberdasher.
yes.
Roof to roof. Okay.
So, question, and this is me doing my triangulations and calculations. So, does it look like somebody was in the alley, like the demon's like, I'm in an alleyway and I'm going to bust through the wall here?
No,
Or-
there's still some stones outside of the building. You're thinking something busted out.
So, it was in and then got out. So, there was only one, it didn't bust in and then out. It just busted out.
You'd like to be able to see the inside to make
Well, I've got an
sure.
architecture. I'm an architect, remember?
Give me the architect roll.
Because I remember, or I believe I heard that the thing was hung up on the fireplace or on the wall. I'm trying to see if
Different
like, was
wall
there-
than the busted one would be your guess, but give me an architecture roll.
Okay.
Architect.
And who said this was useless? I did.
Nothing's useless if you're clever with it.
Just missed it. All right.
You're not really sure, but the amount of rubble outside, which hasn't been cleaned up yet, looks like if you were, most of it should about fill that hole at a guess.
Gotcha. Okay. No problem. I was just trying to put the pieces
But
to the puzzle.
Also, this is some fairly thick shit. We're talking like brickwork.
Yep.
Something went through the bricks.
Yeah. I witnessed one guy just picking up and throwing boulders for an entire combat.
He could
So, I
probably
mean,
do
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he could probably
All
do it.
right. I'm trying to put pieces together here. Like,
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
And this is all obvious from the outside, Logan. So this is something that I can see without
No,
investigating.
you're going in through a different side. He's circumnavigating the building. You're just going in through the nice front area. In the front area, you discover that the haberdasher shop itself looks actually fairly small, which is odd because the building's pretty big. They do have a beaded curtain in the back, which prevents you from going back, and that's behind the counter, so you'd have to hop the counter and then go through the beaded curtain. But they have a fuck ton of hats, all kinds of hats, cheap hats, expensive hats, all kinds of hats. And there's a couple of thug-looking guys hanging out watching you guys, and then there's a rather nervous-looking guy behind the counter.
Okay. I approached the nervous-looking guy.
Hello, he says.
Hello. We're in town for the day. I'm a trader in textiles. I was curious where we might find the finer textiles in San Angeles.
Ooh, yes. He gives you directions off to that. He says you'll want to go over to Viceroy's Avenue.
Okay. Noble Barnes, bookmaker, candy maker, Jimson. Yes, and where do I find the latest fashions? Or how do I you have some very fine hats here.
Oh, yes. Also in Viceroy's Avenue.
Right, okay, very good. I'm going to browse. If you have any
Please,
particular chapeaus, do you have any particular chapeaus that you think are your finest work?
Well, it depends on what Sir wishes to wear. The
What do we
hat
got
should
here,
be
Logan? Like
matched together.
cyberpunk shit, like Budgie the air pilot.
All kinds of weird shit. All kinds
Yeah,
of weird
yeah.
shit. Although it looks like the more cyberpunk stuff is antique because it's been a long time since cyberpunk shit happened. So that's
Right.
the antique hats. Those are like under glass and stuff. But they also make more regular hats and the wide variety of hats they have as well. It's pretty upmarket here, but yeah.
Okay, I do a little browsing.
Yeah.
I inquire about prices every now and then. What are we talking about?
Let me double check the prices list here real quick for hats.
Hats. If you put that on the prices list, I will be very impressed. Find hat.
Yes.
I got that.
Oh yeah,
that.
you can spend anywhere from 10 silver up to several gold on a hat.
Okay.
Just depends on what kind of hat you want. I mean, a normal working man's hat type thing could cost as much as like a gold because a hat is for life type thing. They also repair hats and all kinds of stuff here.
Okay, all right.
I'm happy with my sombrero.
Yeah, he's doing his best to ignore the fact you're wearing a fucking cheap sombrero that fell out of the sky and all that. And they are selling some of the nicer sombreros they can find, but they are very cheap.
Okay, so I purchased a sombrero.
Nice.
All right.
There aren't enough of these around.
10 silver, you get one of the nicer cheap sombreros.
Okay, I put that sucker on.
He looks disappointed in you. Like you
I
just
look very pleased with
Now,
this.
just to absolutely mess with this person. Wait, am I lagging?
No, I see you
No.
and hear you.
You're good.
All right. Just to mess with him, I want to go up to the guy and start speaking rapid Spanish.
He raises his eyebrows in a he doesn't seem to understand you.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. He ignores you. Your bodyguard just kind of goes,
Fuego.
Aren't you glad that you got me?
I'm gonna do a little circumnavigation here at distance. What I'm looking for is to get 20 meters from the hull and do detect power pattern. See if there's any latency.
ooh, certainly. You say, here comes the fumble card, the fumble card, the fumble
All
card.
right, screw that. I got to reroll.
Oh,
We'll just do a pause for that.
what?
That's just a simple fail. I don't want a fumble card.
Of course you want a fumble card. Everybody wants
No,
fumble
I
cards.
don't. No. I will burn a pause. Yay.
All right, you burn a pause to fail. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. No
Super.
good. Well, that was worth a shot. Okay, I guess all three of us head back to the Golden Wattle with our bodyguards. We return the bodyguards to the agency. And
Well, you don't have to physically. They can walk back themselves. They can leave you at the Golden Wattle, no problem.
okay, cool. All right. So that's what we do. We're at the Golden Wattle.
They go off. They seem happy for different
I
reasons.
asked Stu if he's made any progress on finding Chris for those glasses.
Let me see how he's doing. Yes. He needs 5 gold from you, and then there you go.
5 gold?
Wasn't
That is
easy.
very expensive for useless Chris.
Yes, we had to get a guy to work illegally on it as the city regulates that, and they shut it all down. He gives you your new Chris glasses.
It costs you 5 gold.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Okay.
And half.
He doesn't seem to be lying or overly greedy. It's more of a statement of fact.
Okay. All right. Have to figure out how to buy more. I'll buy more money in Gertie. I give him the 5 gold.
Thank you, sir. I hope that they work. Nobody wanted to try them out here and stuff, but it seems to be attached correctly.
Yep. All right. I change back into adventure clothes.
Da, 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 da.
I get my gear,
Done.
and Logan, my sense of the Lambourne Hall district, will I just look like a thief over there if I'm in my adventurer's clothes? Because I want to check out the haberdashers with the magic classes.
Yes. You would definitely not fit in well.
All right.
Unless you were to do something clever, of course.
Right. Not thinking of anything clever off the top of my head just now.
Ask Squade when he shows up. He'll tell you something clever. If he doesn't, you can mock him until your throat is dry from mocking him.
No, I won't mock anybody.
I'm pretty sure you could.
So you need a distraction?
Well, no, a distraction. I mean, it's a whole district. So I need to look like maybe a workman or something. You know, somebody who belongs there.
The guy who's sitting across the table from you, who brought you your glasses, he is giving you an odd look.
Okay, sir, what if I were to go to Lambert Hall, what other than in rich people clothes, is there a way I can be somewhat inconspicuous?
You could maybe be his bodyguard, he says, pointing at the still dressed in rich people clothing Vince.
That sounds good.
He looks at you like you may be simple. He's like,
We'll go with that.
All right, we do that.
All right, no problem.
I strap on my sword.
Hey, that really helps create the ensemble there. No problem. It looks perfectly normal, perfectly natural now. You take the confused Vince back to Lambourne Hall and go and put on the goggles when you are looking at the haberdasher. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm looking at the destruction site.
All right. Certainly.
I couldn't find any pattern. I'm trying to find if there's any magic, and maybe I can analyze it.
Certainly.
Get some idea what this thing was.
Give me a willpower ×5 roll. Roll the ×5, not the ×1.
You got this.
All right, it works. Burn a charge. It did work. Hey, all right.
You never told me how many charges I have, and I imagine I don't know.
50.
I have 50, so now I have 49.
Correct. Not magic.
Very good. Not magic, so there's no magic residue anywhere in the area.
No, not really.
All right. I didn't find anything, Vince. I guess we're going to go back.
All right.
He takes you for a walk, basically.
I do counter surveillance on the way back.
Excellent roll.
Fail. We're fine.
Right, you guys reach
Nice.
the Waddle again. Right, Swade, they left the Waddle with Russ dressed as a bodyguard and Vince dressed as a rich guy. They were gone for 45 minutes and then came back.
Okay.
Swade, I just wanted to check. I used my magic goggles to check if there was any magical things in there. I'm imagining this is amber level stuff, but I wanted to see if I had some idea what came through the area. Didn't pan out. There's no magic in the area.
Okay. While they were gone, I just had like one question for my bodyguard as I hold up another coin.
He looks interested. He likes gold. He likes people who like gold.
Are either him or any of his colleagues or friends ever up for, a little of the rough and tumble dirty work?
Depends on how dirty and where it is. Inside the city, we like to tread lightly.
Fair enough.
All right. All right, go ahead and keep it. I don't feel like I earned it.
You will. I give it back to him.
He takes the gold coin. All right, yes, sir. Make a note that this guy's definitely a contact if you need a
Okay.
basic bodyguard.
Okay.
Right. He and the other bodyguards have fucked off and gone back to where bodyguards come from, i.e. Thornton Mercenary Group.
So we've got a small lead on the body, but we couldn't ply any more out of him because he was looking like he'd be suspicious of us if we did. We did a little bit about the shield. 2 body, shield, sword. We know where that is. Armor. Yeah, and the armor's being on a goddamn radioactive wasteland with death claws and hookers. Forget about the death claws and hookers.
That doesn't sound so bad.
Death Claw hookers.
Death claw hookers, yeah. You know,
Hey, at least
one of those suckers blue. I could find out what it's like to shag a death claw.
Ooh.
Imagine not fun.
I don't think you
so
shag them.
I've done all the free ranging I've done on this, and I've got no leads for anything else in the
We'll just make our way into the
realms.
Sure.
What was
I
that,
think
Vince?
that's dead. I think the haberdasher is dead. Because they already took and ran off with it. I mean, basically, yeah, I think we just chased our colleagues' tails.
Yeah, we may have, we may not have. I'm going to post it to the boards and find out, because I don't see anything on the boards about this, and I think it happened very recently. I mean, like Freddie just sent me this note like a week ago, less than a week ago. So I think this is a recent development. I could be wrong. So I'm going to post all this stuff to the boards. But all right, we've got free and open for any business we have in the realms. Excuse me. Is there anything you wanted to do, Jack? No.
No, I'm good.
Great.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, let's get ourselves back to Clem's and then to the embassy.
Are you guys? Which clothes are you wanting to wear?
The adventurers' clothes. We'll stow the. We'll carry the cyberpunk clothes and store those at the embassy.
How about Vince and Swade?
Same.
Yeah.
Done. You guys make your way through the streets. Nobody really messes with you because, if you're going to rob somebody, robbing adventurers, it doesn't pay well. So you guys reach the embassy again.
Yep. All right, I'm going to add 3 Gothic, San Angeles, formal wear, no, wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
Wealthy wear. It belongs to Rock, Jack, and Vince. I will leave permissions to everyone. Description, right. Sufficient costume for traveling in Lambourne Hall.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a pain in the ass trying to fit in and not attract attention.
Yes.
Hey, Rock, just because I'm drawing a blank here for some reason, at the embassy, what is the elf's name who runs the joint?
That's Elwin. He seems like
Elwin.
he's extremely busy, but
Yes, but there's an easy way to get his attention.
Shows part of the wall explode.
Nope, just because I know, Logan, you got a lot of people shuffling through here. I do as I've always done, and I've got a decent rapport with him. I
Yes.
stand off to the side, I acknowledge him, and I wait quietly until he has time and he approaches me.
Oh,
That's what
right.
I've done every time. So
Yes,
it works.
eventually it works, and he comes over and he sidles over to you while he's watching people who are working on fixing various things that were broken and whatnot. Yeah, we had some black rain the other day.
Wow.
Yeah, still
Any
cleaning that
damage?
up.
Or just messy?
Messy.
Hmm.
Better than blood, I guess.
I apologize for interrupting you, and if I could real fast, and I apologize. My colleague Raslin Rad often hires a surveyor, and I think his name was like Jack Rabbit. It was some kind of animal that he called him, or something along those lines. Or there was a surveyor that does surveying.
Oh yeah.
Has he been back, or have you seen him lately?
He's out working on finding new minerals and stuff like that.
Yes. I just didn't know if he'd reported anything back.
Not
I gave
yet.
him
Not
advice
yet.
to help.
We're hoping he's still alive, but he's doing a very dangerous thing, pretty much going by himself into hostile elf territory, he says.
Yes, understood. I just wanted to hear if there's any communication, so thank you.
Elwin, I had a question for you too. You seem really extremely busy. Are there any people under your supervision that we can contact for the trivial matters that all too frequently, our Australians ask you to handle?
Most of the time, the trivial matters I'm asked to handle is dealing with the vaults stuff, and we have too much valuable. You have too much valuable shit in there, so it's just me.
So it's just, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, we won't try to bother you often with that then.
Oh, if only, he says.
I know.
Hornsby is the name of the guy that goes out and looks for stuff. Hornsby.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anything we can do to make your life a little easier?
Yes.
Other than get you more staff. What's that?
Oh, I've got plenty of staff. I've got an overwhelming amount of staff. I have staff that helps me keep track of my staff. Finding a good place for these guys to live would be a huge help.
Right. We've been working on that. Yeah, I know.
Great.
They breed like rabbits, don't they?
Yes. He goes off and does more work stuff.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm done with him. So.
Mm-hmm.
I am too.
He just wanders off.
Okay.
Logan made his memory roll.
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking of Raslin's lawyer is what I was thinking of.
Mr. Hedgehog?
Yeah, Hedgehog. That's it. I got the Hedgehog.
That's a different guy. Hornsby's the scout who's out looking for stuff. And
yes, it's like in that little metal sphere to... assist.
Yep. So Logan, we got about 2.5 hours here. It looks like we've dried up.
I stuck you on a mod. You guys left. What do you want from me?
I know.
Good luck. Figure out shit. Go scout things. Go find out information.
Okay, cool.
There's an entire multiverse where I have created like over 10, 15, 20 different zones and shit. Things are happening in them.
So, Rock, what are the purpose of tarot cards?
There you
go. Yeah, if you get a full deck of them, and we've got several decks going at this point, but if you get a full deck of them, then each one has a specific power. You tear it in half, and it releases its power. There's a whole table of powers that Joshua set up. Let me see if I can link you on that one.
For somebody who says he doesn't access the boards often, by God, he's got the right links. Yeah, look at him go.
Yeah. Let's see, sheets. I need sheets. No, I mean, I dabble. Assets. I'm not completely out to lunch, but I don't have a whole lot of time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
To
I'm not saying you
on the
need to, but
boards.
I'm saying I'm impressed with how much information you actually have, considering you constantly are saying that you don't have time to look at the information.
Yep. I sneak in little bits and pieces here and there.
Yep.
Oh, hell. I can't find it there. You're on bulletin board. Tarot cards should be pinned. It's not. All right. Well, in any event, there's a whole table that I can't find of what each one does. And they all, like increase damage or, I think one of them, the Fool, I think it is, keeps you from taking falling damage if you're falling somewhere. They all have powers, but you have to activate the deck first. So what we all need to do with the tarot cards is contact McKay, tell him what we got, and ask him to add it to the table.
Yeah, he keeps very close track of that shit.
Yeah.
Question: is it Pete who plays McKay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's contact Pete.
All right. Now, just to double check. Why did the haberdasher not work? Because we're too poor, or
Well, we didn't have enough coin probably to get into the game, and on top of it, we're suspecting that one of our colleagues already busted in and got the shield.
gotcha.
And if not, it's something that we can't deal with anyways. So
Yeah. And that just leaves
As he's working, the elf looks over and goes, "Oh, the shield with the unicorn thing on it? Yeah, they got that locked up downstairs." He goes back to ordering people around.
Well, it was fun anyway.
did they already happen to grab the matching suit of armor?
Armor, no, but they did bring a couple of body urns.
All right.
And
Okay, so they
sword,
found the bodies.
a sword.
Mm-hmm.
And was there anything else? Can't remember if there was anything else, but they got that all locked up in the vault. Yeah.
Okay. So we got both bodies. We've got the shield. We've got the
The
sword.
look
The
on
only
Ralph's
thing
face, like some bitch.
left is the armor. See, don't read the boards.
It's a good practice run.
Yeah.
Well, plus
so that just gives the armor.
you actually found out some useful stuff others didn't know, but whether you know it's useful or not, I don't know. So there you go.
That leaves with Benedict's son's armor in the desert with the death claws and stuff.
Yeah. There's blood notes in the vault, but I don't think any of us is going to successfully make a flying cargo, or
How many blood notes do we need?
we'll just crash in the desert, and then the death claws will surround us and kill us. So, and I have no idea how to
How many blood notes do
walk.
we need?
I mean, we need like stealth boys or something.
Oh, I'm
I
stealthy.
don't think this.
I'm pretty stealthy.
Oh, there's no place to hide in that desert. We need.
Hide as the sand.
Yeah, there's no really good places to hide yourself, and we'd be wearing somewhat bulky radiation suits because the whole thing's massively irradiated. So I don't have any good ideas on how to get that one done.
So if we skip over all that, my question to you is there anything? I have no way to transport anywhere, so it doesn't matter to me. But now, got a question for you here. Before I start doing some crazy experimentation like in the bunker, is there any real things that you need to do that, the Rock needs to take care of? That are
not
within your
currently. Like I said, I just started this season, so I just started out this period, so I don't have anything on my hopper right now. I'd have to review my notes and check that out. So no, there's nothing I need to check out or do. How about you?
like I said, I got a couple of crazy experiments that I probably just won't even make the dice rolls for, so nothing will happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to steal time. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. No, you won't be stealing any of my time. If I have that blank look on my face for that long, it's probably because I don't have anything cooking.
Even if
but
we have to end early,
I should tell you
got
that.
okay with that too. Just to let you know, Russ, that it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter if we quit early today. For me, it's I
No, it
got
doesn't matter for me either. He put us on a mod. We definitely ignored it, and
well.
now the shield is gone.
This is also important for you because you were able to make some discoveries that you didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Which can help you out in the long run.
Yeah, no, I feel like we got something out of this session. Definitely.
Yeah, even if it's just for your own knowledge of fact versus what you hear from secondhand.
Exactly.
All right, Logan, we don't really have too much pressing things, but I would like to do some crazy experimentation in the bunker if I could.
Experimentation to actually find out how stuff works as opposed to just believing shit other people have told you that may or may not be true? Say it isn't so, Ralphie. Say it isn't so.
It's not so. I was just pulling your leg.
Gotcha. All right.
No.
So you guys go over to the bunker, the one in the embassy grounds that's like
Yes.
rude furniture in there, you know, the badly built stuff, the roof that's made so it can literally be blasted off the top to channel the explosion upward. That one?
Yep.
Oh,
I
all
leave
right.
all of my belongings that typically anything but my skivvies and work pants and shirt, you know?
They clear children out of it who are playing in there, and they then set up a cordon around it because they don't know if you're going to blow it up.
All right.
So what are we doing here, Jack?
He lights a bomb. What?
Action demolitions.
Oh yeah, they own dynamite.
We'll make you tougher. Let me just trade a card. You guys have junk?
I got a D6 to damage.
Sweet. I want you to play that on me.
I'm gonna punch you.
Yay!
No, I got skill +5. That's correct.
Okay, well, I gave him just an assist card, so I gave him one. I'm sorry, you can keep your skill. I'll take that actually here.
What are you going to trade me for it?
Do you
I'm very
want?
curious now.
It's got a trade.
This is the first time anybody's announced that they actually wanted to experiment with anything. I mean, like, ever.
Logan, we were playing with the idea of doing things in.
I got garbage. Just take it.
Playing
I'm
with
pretty
the idea, sorry. But, I mean, he might actually do it.
Yeah.
Let me just read one more card here. 1 second.
Take your time. I'm all aflutter. Do you know what a flutter means, Vince?
What's the word I'm looking for? I don't remember.
That's a spirit.
He's jiggling with rage.
You can find
All
the
right.
exact word.
So,
No.
guys, I don't know if you want to stay in here with me, stay outside. I'm just going to mess around with technological devices and possibly a little shadow walking.
All right. I want to cover your ass just in case something goes wrong.
Keep in mind with the shadow walking, you need a long ass runway.
Yep, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't have to tell everybody else outside the town.
Okay. If you don't need cover, then I'll take off. But
No, if you want to. I'm just saying.
yeah,
Well, I'm gonna work on.
I'll take the risk with you. I'm interested to see what you're doing.
Okay.
I'm also interested.
I open up that bracelet. That
Which
what
bracelet?
I know is my technology futuristic bracelet.
Are you talking the one that all the PCs
Yes.
were?
Yes.
Okay. It looks like it's a plain gray bracelet, and yeah, you don't really have any good tools for getting on the insides of it, as far as I'm
Nope.
aware.
I'm okay with it. Just looking for soft things. So I know Freddie can encrypt these, as well as I know they allow us to get on the message board. This I know. I know
Yes.
they come from the sewers. I also know that it glowed when I detected with MyGo devices. So,
Yes.
I know it's boring and I'm just kind of generalizing here. I want to start poking around the programming of it. If you could get in there and encrypt it, I've got hacking skills, I've got computer use skills, I'm from the future.
Mhm.
I even have rewiring MyGo brain devices. So
Ooh.
I start poking around in here.
Certainly. You just want to find out the capabilities of it.
Yes, I'm just poking light to start.
It's pretty much limited to the only functions it does or can do, unless you start hooking up peripheries or something somehow, which would be tricky because there are no import-output ports or anything. There are no ports. Is either contacting somebody else with a bracelet or referencing the in-game boards.
Okay.
Now, you do, when you contact somebody, of course, you have the choice between some sort of zippy ringtone, or everybody puts theirs on like silent, which vibrates slightly. And
Okay.
fortunately, it doesn't make noise like a phone vibrating does, so it's just, it twitches a bit, and then you go, oh, somebody's trying to call me, but I'm busy stealthing, so I'm not going to answer. And then the RPC gets really mad and keeps calling you, and then you're like, ah.
So with this being said, I know that Freddy also encrypts them. Can I see any of his encryption or what he accesses? Is it just like a general menu?
Yeah,
Because
it's
you
all,
do
it's all
something to
menus.
get deeper, or that's why he uses his laptop. I wonder if he does it with his laptop.
No, it looks like he uses menus. Give me a hacking roll to
All right.
kind of figure out it.
Let's see what I got here.
While he's doing this, can I create a trump to the bunker?
That would be during skill whoring time, sir.
Gotcha.
But you
Second.
play with paints and stuff. You're painting in the background, hoping that you don't get blown up, which would be awkward.
Yeah, if he's at this for a couple hours, he could do it.
A couple hours
Yeah.
versus a couple of days.
Oh, is it a couple days?
It's always been a couple of days. You even talked about being a couple of days yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I confused hours with days. Got it.
Yeah, you're thinking he pretty much just put down a fairly devious encryption that he used a lot of pull down menus and stuff because there's no way to hook this up to a computer.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, it's a fairly unhackable according to the GM level of encryption. Although I'm sure that if it was, as long as it's only being used for the purposes of getting on the in-game board, talking to our PCs, it's unhackable. For other things, it may totally be hackable.
That's fine. That's what I was looking for, is for you to say the GM says, all right, I got it. Don't need to push that further. Because I asked Freddie, how does he know? And he's like, I just do. Well, yeah. So.
Yeah, it's unhackable enough that all the PCs can feel free to post whatever deep, dark secrets they want on the in-game board, and the NPCs won't discover it. All they have to do is hang out near the PCs, who will then tell you what the password, tell each other what the password is of, like barbershop or whatever on the street. They just have to loiter near the PCs to find out the information.
All right. I need one moment. I'm sorry. One of my sons is calling me here. Give me a second.
Cool. Does anybody else have any experiments they would like to do while Ralph goes and punishes he who dared to interrupt his gaming time? I have a very different view of parenting.
I'm checking over my gear.
A pistol. Definitely want to get a pistol.
Now, the only pistols they have here are the fucking cowboy ones that are like fucking huge. It's like bigger than your shoe, and they reload like shit, because how you reload them is they have this little door next to the cylinder thing that goes around, and you open the little door, and then you use this part and you poke out each of the expended shells, because you have to poke it out, and then you put in each of the shells. So essentially, as far as this game system goes, once it's empty, then you move into clubbing somebody with it, because nothing else is going to really you're not going to time for anything else. Yeah, it's a nice weight in your hand.
Yeah, if you need something slightly more advanced than the old Smith & Wesson revolvers they have here, we could maybe go to Vores, and I can get you 1980s level.
Oh yeah, 1980s
Weapon.
level will do a treat better than these. But these, the problem that you've got, Vince, is that different places have different tech levels. And if you like are in the Old West and you're carrying around a Glock, everybody in the Old West, especially other gunfighters, always looks at the people's pistol because that tells you a lot about somebody. Is he using a Winchester? Is he using a Colt? You know, it's like cars these days.
Mhm.
It's a social status thing as well. Plus, a lot of the pistols have a lot of engraving and etching and stuff on them, and your guys' don't because you don't give a shit about your weapons. So they're
I keep
just
mine clean.
yeah.
Yeah, and what happens if you use tech in a zone where that's the future? Usually, what happens is agents will come and try to fix the situation. Usually by taking the tech and killing anybody who has it. The Men in Black will come. Yeah.
How do you know they just KOS? Kill on sight?
No, I've never actually seen them kill on site.
I remember you
I've been
pulling out
told by you can talk to them. I talked to some of the MIBs. They came here when the Joker used a rocket launcher, and I didn't let on that I knew what it was. I said he used some kind of weird thing, described the explosion, and they were like, "Check, got it. We'll go look for that." So you can talk to them, but if you happen to be using the tech, we don't know what they're going to do, but they've been fought before, and they come 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. You know, eventually you're fighting a whole cluster. So.
No, do they look alike, or are they different people?
Yeah, they look alike.
So sort of like same height, same racial color, or
White guys with sunglasses, neat suits, slick back hair.
Carbon copies, like clones?
yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, earbuds that don't seem to do anything.
They're
We actually body snatched some MIBs. We went into the bodies of some MIBs during an adventure,
Yeah.
and the earbuds don't do anything. The
For you.
weapons work
for you.
for us, yeah.
Maybe if
So where else can you contact it? If I remember it, I heard like in Burlington there was a phone that you could call the MIBs. Where else?
Yeah, there was a red phone in Burlington, which is now underwater, and the people are now sea monkeys.
Yeah, I was there for part of that.
Okay, so you got that. The red phone in Burlington, if it's working because it's been underwater, if you pick it up, it'll say agents have been dispatched, and then 10 minutes later the agents show up. We haven't done any experimentation with the time between agents showing up. The agents, when we were agents, the people who were fighting the agents seemed to have like a clock. They had a stopwatch. They knew exactly how long it was between agents showing up. So it's a regular thing. Nobody's bothered to test it yet.
Wow. Take Card Russ for giving some fucking good information there.
And that's why I carry one of these. I pull out my stopwatch. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. So they're dangerous. We haven't figured out how to defeat them in any way, shape, or form. So we tend to run.
Since Burlington got all foobarred up?
Well, I imagine it might say something bloop, 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 but no one's tried summoning, and we can't really hear properly underwater. So the sound would be very distorted. Just a theory. I haven't actually tried it. It might just cut through everything. But the other thing to know about Burlington is if you have any extra dimensional pockets, they go bye-bye, and anything that was in them go bye-bye.
Huh.
I don't know if you have that power or not, but Burlington is an extreme no-magic zone. Or at least for extra dimensional magic, it just F's it up very badly.
yeah.
But you don't know for sure that somebody's trying to summon an agent for Burlington.
No. No. The best way, if you're trying to summon agents, well, no, because they'll mark you. But you were there when we were at the bazaar, right?
Yeah.
The Bartertown
For your
Bazaar?
MRE,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, so you know about the flashing eyes thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So they start rapidly blinking, and that's when you know you've blown a zone and somebody's witnessed it. However, they don't come if nobody witnesses it. It has to be some entity in the zone that sees it. So you can still use whatever tech you want so long as you're doing it discreetly. That's why everybody in Bartertown was like, what's a Glock? And you tell them, and he's like, okay, if you're fine, let's show them a Glock. Right.
Let's get back to Burlington for a second. What if we just go there? Because what if we just go there and try to pick up the receiver on the phone? If it just says the agents have been dispatched, why don't we just go do that?
Because we'd be wearing scuba gear. I mean,
I can scuba.
yeah, I can scuba too. It's just pretty hard.
I can't. I'll just.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Yeah,
You're mine.
The cool thing about scuba is if you mess up scuba, somebody who knows scuba can fix whatever's wrong.
You're gonna
Unless you
die.
panic.
Yeah, unless you panic.
You're gonna
Unless you
panic
start
and
thrashing
die.
around and
Remember, if you get to swim, just panic.
let me see what my tiny modern water. Yeah, I do that for a living.
I can swim, I just can't.
Cut to it shows Vincent like in the goldfish bowl going upside down. Just floats up.
So yeah, if we want to do that, let me see if the embassy has any scuba gear. Otherwise, we're going to have a fun time getting the scuba gear.
Do you have a way to get to Burlington?
I don't think I do actually. So that's gonna kill it right there. There is a Clem's.
I don't know. Was there Clem's there?
There is a Clem's, yes.
No, they stole the pole. So what we got to do is we could just can't we just shadow walk there?
I haven't been
Yeah,
there
but
yet.
well, it's kind of a pocket dimension. So I don't know. Do you have targeted shadow walk? Because shadow walk, I don't know when you got shadow walk, but right now you can show up anywhere within 500 miles. You can show up on another continent from where you're trying to go. Is that right, Logan? You said South America. You said when we were trying to get to shadow walk to Shermer, you said, is it okay if you show up in South America?
Give me a memory roll.
You got this.
You remember that the reason that Burlington was a very popular shadow walking destination is because if you show up anywhere in the zone, you're still close to wherever you want to be because it's.
That's right. It's got that asteroids wraparound thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't been there in a while. Yeah, so it's a pocket zone, and yeah, you don't need to target too much because you're only going to wind up like a mile. It's not
So we
very
just need to
big.
bring one of those little inflatable dinghy boats and a little bit of scuba gear,
Yeah,
or
I
even a
don't see
couple
any,
snorkels and masks. I mean,
I don't see any scuba gear in the embassy storage, so we'd have to go to Shermer or Voras and buy some. You got any money for those?
maybe.
Russ, I think that you'd heard this before, and since you made your memory at half, I'll let you know there is no air. It's water all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but you
so
didn't
you-
mention
that's
that.
not-
And
Oh
when
yeah,
you-
no, the whole yeah, that's kind of important. The whole thing filled up with water. There was a big drain out in the ocean that some wizard or somebody closed up.
Yeah, Freddie told me the story.
Yeah. And so the whole thing is one big